Hello and welcome back to my Star Wars Galaxies log, or my Empire in Flames log, I should say. Now, the first thing I need to do is learn my first combat skill, or at least the very base skill of it, so I can start leveling and getting better, because I'm going to have to do a bit of grinding. Now, things have changed on how this is going to be done. Now, I'm going to need to get around. This is a pretty big area. Let's see. Flash speeder generates. Now, this flash speeder is now going to be tied to my data pad, and I can call it out whenever I need it. Now I'm going to look on the map here. Guildhall Combat Mos Espa. I'm going to create that because I'm probably going to need it. So we have a pikeman trainer here. I actually need a Terras Cassie trainer. Now, in the last video I mentioned that Terras Cassie has been my all-time favourite skill. While I don't really know what I want to do with my characters, I know for sure that at the very least I want Terras Cassie to fall back on, regardless of whatever I do. So that is going to be one of the first things I aim for. Now, a brawler trainer here, which is kind of useless now because... Oh, he can teach me Terras Cassie Novus. Perfect. 100 credits. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we have now just learned Terras Cassie. Now, Terras Cassie is an unarmed martial arts skill. Now, we're going to be leveling it up, and first thing I'm going to need to do is get some combat experience, unarmed combat experience. The way I'm going to do that is go around and beat the crap out of the wildlife. And as you can see, my skill points have gone down. First tree I need to get into. I'm thinking, I could go meditative techniques and get unarmed hit 2, which is going to be my best damager until I get like master, or I can go for melee damage mitigation and reduce the amount of damage I take. We will see, we will see. I will also need to sort my skills out, but if things haven't changed, if it's all still the same, if it's still the same Star Wars Galaxies I once knew, I should be okay. Okay. Now there is actually a dead end. Good job, Paul. Great start, great start. So there is actually a galaxy chat, so you're not quite alone because Star Wars Galaxies is a very big place. Now, here we go, we managed to make it to the outskirts. Let's have a look around. Get rid of my overlay. Now, there are going to be a bunch of mobs for us to fight. Wow. Okay, that's different. They shouldn't be there, but they are. Interesting. We're going to have a variety of mobs for us to go and start punching and kicking. There's Imperials there. I think the warts are going to be my best bet for now. I'm going to store my vehicle so it doesn't take any damage at all because I don't want to lose it. Okay. That rail just ran away, so it's going to be up to you, wart. Let's do this. There we go. And there we go. I just got a bit of combat experience. Now, what I can do, if I'm not mistaken, if I can bring up my options. Now, I've changed my key configuration just a little bit. But let me have a look here. Miscellaneous graphics. Interface. One of these has what I'm after. And if you're just jumping on the game for the first time, if you go to interface and UI palettes, you can change what your UI color looks like. As you can see here, there are a few different options. One of my favorites is the rebel flight suits, which is quite nice. There we go, all the different options. But I will stick with Alpha Blue for now. And of course, it's just hit me. I haven't played this for a while. To get the experience bar up, you've got to go to My Character. And as you can see here, Terrace Cassie Artist is now listed there because I learnt the skill. And I can click here, Show Experience Monitor. Now, if I just move all of this up, you can have it wherever you want. I've always quite liked having the big bar going across the bottom of the screen. And I can just move. I was going to say it's really easy to do, but here I am struggling. Can I just, there we go, we can just move that up a bit. And I'm going to move this box down. I'm going to drag it all the way across. Now this will allow me to see my XP. And I can open this up and I can pick what skill I want to be focusing on. And for now, I'm just going to focus on, since they're all going to be the same amount of XP requirements, 50,000, I'm just going to pick any of the old Terrace Cassie options here, such as intermediate power techniques. And as you can see, got that yellow blip down there. It's not much. It's going to be slow. This isn't going to be the best way of getting XP. But I will start mass murdering everything out here. And, yep, there we go. Now, I can actually loot everything as I go, if it's got anything to loot, which half the time they don't. If it's a humanoid of some sort, then it does have loot. Now, because I'm Ranger, I can actually harvest, so we're going to be harvesting a lot of materials from these creatures as I go. It's giving me scouting XP. In fact, if I switch over, well, no, let's not switch just yet. There we go. And all this bone I am harvesting is going into my inventory. And it's got a variety of stats and whatnot, and it's going to be used for various things, but I am saving them for the moment so I can learn how to make a tent. That tent is going to be pretty important to me. Now, there's a lot I have to talk about in this game. And you will have to bear with me because, as I say, I'm a bit rusty. But let me have a look at my skills here. Unarmed hits, 1. Unarmed spin attack, that's going to be my AoE. And lunge, we want that there. We also have meditate. Now, if I can bring up my character, here we go. One of the other big features of Empire in Flames is that the HAM has been increased, or their health, action and mind pools have been increased dramatically, and on average they're all around 5,000 now. And as you can see, I've already got a little bit of wound, a little bit of wounds, and then some encumbrance because of the armor I'm wearing. And as I said, there's a lot to go over in this game, and I will do my best to cover everything I can. But right now, you know, I'm just gonna try and get through the basics now. Those are some bigger game we'll go and mess with and see if we can do any damage. I'm gonna zoom my mini-map out, in fact make my mini-map a bit bigger so we can all see it, and we're gonna zoom it out to about 128, that's a pretty good number. The reason why I'm talking about all these little things you can do is mostly for the benefit of people that are new to this game. So if you played this before, I do apologise, but I'm just trying to, you know, a bit of a guide for everyone. And just some of the things that you can do. Sorry, EOP. that uppercut. So we can go ahead and harvest this. I do get a bit of lag because of my location to the server. There we go. That's more like it. 30 units. I am not chasing that thing down, but I will use some of my attacks. We're going to do a lunge, which is a ranged melee attack, so to speak. It's to hit enemies at a distance. It also changes their stance. There we go. That was one of my attacks. And each attack I do will make use of the health, action, and mind pools. Now, it used to be that you could be incapacitated if your health, action, or mind reached 0. Nowadays, that doesn't happen anymore. and you'll only be incapacitated if your health reaches 0. So that is worth pointing out. And right now, killing these is very easy, and you can see my experience going up. Now, XP is also increased if you're in a group. Yeah. I am death incarnate. Death on 2 legs for these creatures. Now, I'm in combat. Who's locked me in combat? A mound. Oh, okay. That thing, that nest spawns them. Now I want to go ahead and harvest the bone. Harvest more bone. Because this gets my scouting experience up. And if I take a look at this and we look at Ranger, you can see I'm starting to get a bit of experience. It's slow, but it's getting there. The reason I'm doing this is because if I open up my crafting tool, I can make camps. Right now I can make a basic camper kit. Now I'm going to go ahead and dump these in there. Assemble this. The item assembly was only marginally successful, but it was made regardless, and I can make it practice mode, and I don't know if it uses less items or if it just doesn't make the object, but... Oh, here we go. A prototype will not be created in your inventory, and you will receive an experience point bonus, so if you're trying to just grind something by crafting, that's the way to do it. Anyway, I could put a name on here if I wanted to, so if I wanted to brand this, like, you know, Pauleh's Wares, I could. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and create this object. And this will be important for later on, while we're on Tatooine, because Tatooine has sandstorms, and yes, they're dangerous. And there we go, that is in my inventory, and if I wanted to, I could deploy it, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. Now, I'm going to go ahead and destroy this, and as I start attacking this, more creatures will spawn. They'll come to defend this. He's already healing it. Now I'm going to use this spin attack, which is actually an AoE attack. And as you can see, more are spawning. And this is how we're going to be doing some leveling. We're going to be killing everything en masse. And I'm going to be getting missions as well that are going to take me out into the world, and it'll normally be go destroy this, damage that. But yeah, if I can find the right buttons, there we go. Ooh, I've got Intimidate back, so we've got a few abilities here as well, which I haven't put up. We've got Intimidate. We've got Taunt. We've got Warcry. Some of these are pretty useful for like unarmed characters, and there's some other skills there as well. Let's get some of that unarmed spin action going, get that experience. They're hurting me, the damage is going, the mound has been destroyed, and I've gained some more experience. Now I get to harvest all of these areas. What I might do, I believe that anyone can deploy a basic camp. So I may craft a bunch of these and stick them on the bazaar to sell. So if anyone comes here and needs one, they can get one. But yeah, as you can see, it's going to be a slow process of leveling, but I wanted to show you some more options on how to do it. Now let me just find my flash speeder. I just want to put it in here. I've got 18 battle fatigue and I've got some wounds here, but I can deal with them later. Just waiting on my vehicle to spawn. Did I cancel it? There it is. Now, your vehicle will decay over time, and creatures and hostiles can damage it and destroy it. And if it's destroyed, I don't know if you can even repair it, but if it's damaged, you can at least repair it. So I'd have to come to a garage and I have to get close enough and get this radial menu up by clicking and holding on, and I can go repair vehicle. And It will cost me 56, which I am not going to pay. No thank you. Anyway, we want this mission terminal. This mission terminal is going to list a bunch of missions and it's going to give me some payouts. Now, I'm going to refresh them a bunch of times. Now, the best way to do this, the best way, is to pick a direction. So what side of town are we on? We're on the north side. So this is a high paying mission. It's going to cost me, it's going to pay me 6,400 for completion, and it's about 1,000 meters away. We'll accept that. And you can take 2 missions in total, unless something's changed. So I'm just going to keep refreshing until there's another north one, which is there. I mean, I can click mission details and see what it's asking me to go kill. A Dune Bantha lair. Hopefully these aren't going to be too strong for me, but we'll see. Anyway, hop back in my flash speeder, and as you can see here, I now have a couple of waypoints. And if I open this up, you can see where the waypoints are. They're basically out here, so we've got to travel about 1,000 meters away. Now, you can have a group with about 20 people in, and the way this used to work is that you join mission grinding groups, and you'd all pick a direction that you were all planning on going. And that would be about 20 people with 2 missions each, which is about 40, and every time you complete a mission, you all get a split of the reward. And the more people, the more money you make. And oh, there we go, a sandstorm has just started up. It varies if it damages you. It might not damage me just yet. As I say, it varies. But sometimes it will be damaging, sometimes it won't be. Right now I think I'm okay. Anyway, just bring my overhead map up so I can see around here, and you can see the red arrows. They're basically hostile mobs that will just aggro onto me. The yellow ones won't. Every time you get close to a mission, it will update and it will send you even further away. So I'm being attacked, I'm being chased down by a couple of mobs, and I've got to take care of those guys. Yeah, they're pretty tough. I am being chased as well. Stall that vehicle just so it doesn't get destroyed. A mutant Womprats, let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, they're a bit tougher, but shouldn't be much of a problem, and they'll yield me more XP. What I do have to be careful of is if... Oh yeah, they're hurting me. I don't have any medic skills, I don't have any medical items. I may have... See, there we go, 700 experience points, which is pretty good. The only problem is my attack hits random health pools, so it's not always health, which I need. You can actually kill enemy NPCs and mobs by taking out their mind and action points, but, you know. So we're here at the moment. I want to point out that as a Terras Cassie, you get meditate, and you can type /meditate. Or click on the hotkey as I've got up here. But basically, I'll get on my knees and I'll begin to meditate. The cool thing about this is that it will heal my wounds. It won't heal my battle fatigue, but it will heal my wounds. That's one benefit of being a Terras Cassie user. One thing I've always liked anyway. Now, I'm not going to show you all of the missions I'm going to be doing because it will get a bit boring, but we will try to tackle some of these mobs. Again, I am a little wary in case the sandstorm gets any worse, but while we're here, I don't know how long it will last, but we will go ahead and deploy this basic camp kit. Can't deploy it this close to a lair, so let's move away a little bit. Now, if you find yourself caught out in a sandstorm, and this can happen on the planet Locke as well, you will need to deploy a camp or get inside a building. Any building will do. But it depends if there's a building, you know. Here we go. My camp is here, or flatten terrain, make it usable. There we go. While in the camp, medics and entertainers can heal your wounds. And while I'm in a camp, I'll be protected from the weather. I can see my camp status, see how long it's been up for, see how many visitors I've had. I've got a chair to sit down on and chill. It's nice, it's nice. But what I'll do first, before we step out of here, just in case, so I don't get caught out again, I'm going to go ahead and assemble a new camp. It's ready for later. There we go. Please wait while the crafting station produces the finished prototype. Well, that's been placed in my inventory. We're going to head over here, and that should stay up for a little bit, but we're going to go and see how we fare against these Womprats. These are a bit stronger, but I'll get a nice bit of cash out of them. Now, you do have to be careful. Like, if you attack one, its friends could attack with it. It could help it. But right now, I think this is basically everyone for themselves, so I can quickly defeat them. As I pretty well... There we go. 700 experience points, which is nice. I can go ahead and harvest it. You can run a macro as well if you wanted to do all this. But I am literally just going to go around and beat the crap out of everything and get experience that way. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that. And I'll be doing a lot of it while I'm not recording, because there's a lot of grinding involved. I ain't going to lie. But it'll be worth it. Anyway, as I was saying in the previous video, I do plan on making a guild, and I have the intention of making a player city. So if you would like to be a part of that, then by all means, hop on here and join me. Better yet, head to my Discord server. The link is in the description of this video, as well as all the information for getting onto Empire in Flames. And if you get on Discord, just hop into the Ashes channel and mention Star Wars Galaxies, and we can chit chat about it, and I'll get you sort of sorted. Anyway, that's it for now. If you have any questions about this game, by all means leave a comment and I will do my best to answer it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Until next time.